Flood insurance is a type of insurance coverage that provides financial protection against damage caused by flooding. It is specifically designed to cover losses and expenses that arise from flood-related events and is important because most homeowners' insurance policies do not cover damage from flooding. Here are some key points to understand about flood insurance. Coverage for flood damage. Flood insurance provides coverage for property damage and losses resulting from flooding. This can include damage to the structure of your home or building, as well as damage to personal belongings, furniture, appliances, and other contents. It can also cover damage caused by flood-related issues, such as mudslides or erosion. Separate policy. Flood insurance is typically a separate policy from your standard homeowners or renters insurance. Most standard insurance policies do not cover flood damage, so it's important to obtain a separate flood insurance policy if you live in an area prone to floods or if you want specific coverage for flood-related losses. National Flood Insurance Program. In the United States, flood insurance is often offered through the National Flood Insurance Program, which is administered by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The NFIP provides flood insurance policies to homeowners, renters, and business owners in participating communities. Private insurance companies can also offer flood insurance policies outside of the NFIP. High risk and moderate to low risk areas. Flood insurance premiums and requirements can vary depending on the flood risk of your location. High risk areas, such as floodplains or coastal regions, may have more stringent requirements and higher premiums. Moderate to low risk areas may still be eligible for flood insurance coverage, often at lower premiums. Coverage limits. Flood insurance policies have specific coverage limits that dictate the maximum amount of compensation you can receive for flood-related damages. It's important to carefully review these limits and consider whether they adequately cover the potential costs of rebuilding or repairing your property and replacing your belongings. Waiting period. Flood insurance policies typically have a waiting period before the coverage becomes effective. This means that you cannot purchase flood insurance immediately before an impending flood event to receive coverage. The waiting period can range from 30 days to longer, so it's important to plan ahead and secure coverage well in advance. Government assistance versus insurance. It's worth noting that government assistance programs for disaster relief, such as those offered by FEMA, are not the same as flood insurance. Government assistance is often provided in the form of grants or low-interest loans and is typically available only after a federal disaster declaration. Flood insurance, on the other hand, provides direct financial coverage for flood-related damages regardless of a federal disaster declaration. If you live in an area prone to flooding or if you are concerned about potential flood risks, it's advisable to evaluate your need for flood insurance. Consult with insurance professionals or insurance providers to understand the specific coverage options, premiums, and requirements applicable to your location. Assessing the potential risks and adequately protecting your property and belongings with flood insurance can provide valuable financial security in the event of a flood-related disaster.